You have the pedals installed in this HKS dragger muffler on here. I can't feel anything with these boots as far as the clutch pedal. Back to the channel. So in this video, we be doing the manual swap on the Slick Top IS300. If you don't know what a Slick Top is, pretty much the version of the car without the sunroof. They are more rare than the actual cars with the sunroof. My boy in here helped me out, Mooski. He's on wheel duty. Oh, there you go. He said yeah this time because he did like this before, but the camera wasn't on. I got him about the relip the wedge crayons for me. We probably use those for drift spares or something. I'm not 100% sure as of yet. So he's on wheel duty because it's cold. I don't want to freeze the kid to death. So we are going to be out here in the burn cold. I believe it's supposed to reach like 32 degrees today, but right now it's like 21 degrees or something like that. It is what it is. Oh well. So let's get this video going, y'all. So this is the IS300. Let's see what year it is. I believe it's a 2001. The homie Walt said. Oh, 2000. Yeah, so if you see, comes stock with these. Almost like if you know about Recalros, this is almost like the confetti seats for the IS boys. These are nice, super duper clean, bro. Like, super duper clean. So we are about to manual swap this. All in all, it's a nice car. Clean. When it's on, you don't hit. Even though it has like the catless headers. So like catless headers on this thing. But we putting this HKS dragger muffler on here. This is a dragger, looks like. Yep. HKS super dragger. Exhaust on here once I put the manual in. But all in all, super duper clean. Yes, sir. Installed the clutch pedal, the brake pedal. I'm gonna pull the differential out just because we want to weld the diff on here for a little bit of street shenanigans down the line. So let's go ahead and get this clutch pedal and brake pedal installed. These are OEM IS300 clutch pedal and brake pedal. And give you guys a look, see how this is gonna actually go. So before we get the ripping everything out, this is the OEM clutch pedal. Real simple to install this as far as drilling the holes and everything. This is how it sits in the car. This is the OEM master cylinder. We do have an aftermarket clutch line for that. And this is the brake pedal. So the only thing you got to do with the brake pedal is just undo this underneath the dash, and I'll show you guys. With this, drilling this is really, really simple. And like I said, before I rip it apart, I'll show you guys. So this is how everything sits. Let me show you the inside, how it actually sits. Let's see, before I get to ripping it apart. So, I gotta take this piece of the dash off, but right now just showing you guys. So you see right there, when you uncover that, it's pretty much like an indentation. I call it like the cheat sheet to install the clutch line. And then with this part, if you can see right, I gotta get down in here some more. Can't see it. So you can't see it. So way up there, the nut and bolt for to take this brake pedal off. So you literally just taking this part of the brake pedal off. Not the whole 4 bolts to take the master out, but just the actual brake pedal itself. You can't see up in there, and that's the issue with trying to make this part of the video. But if you see, this clutch pedal is wider than the manual brake pedal. And I'll show you. So if you look here, this is the manual brake pedal. That's the auto brake pedal, obviously, because it's still in the car. So if you can see, the manual brake pedal was slimmer than the auto. But if you don't have access to a manual brake pedal, you can just cut your auto to size. I believe that's what we did on my cousin's IS300. I could double check that. But I mean, it'll still work. But you know, that had a cleaner look. The more OEM plus look, you would just grab you a manual brake pedal. And that bolt is here that you got to undo. It's 2 14s. It's real simple to get out. You just can't see it because this is in the way and it's just way up there, so the camera won't be able to see it. So I'm gonna go ahead, get all this stuff removed, get the holes drilled out for the manual clutch pedal, and I'll show you guys how it looks once I get it all cut out and have this brake pedal installed, so that way you can see what everything looked like before I put this manual pedal in, because once the manual pedal in, you won't be able to see up there as much. Cool. Let me go ahead and get to work. You got it, baby boy. So I'm using this as a template. This actually sits on the firewall. with the sound deadening, this piece just pops out. So what I did was use the street marker, mark this here. This won't really work for right now, but I wasn't thinking about it at the time. So this sits this way, and I just pretty much pressed up against it, got the markings, drilled through the markings. And what we'll do with this, so I gave you guys a quick little cheat sheet with this. So what you do with this is you would take this piece, sit it back in the hole, sit this piece back where it belongs right there. You can see, sit this in there, apply slight pressure, and you use like your Sharpie and you go through the holes to make the dots up there. So that way it's pretty much, the holes will be actually perfect, and you won't have to, you know, go at those holes again to get those holes to sit perfect. So I'll sit this piece up in there, sits this way, apply slight pressure, get my marker, my Sharpie, and make the marks. And I'll show you real quick if you guys can get the gist. There you have it. Had the holes marked, and that should go perfect. So the center hole is the tricky part, but with that, I had the guides lined up the way that we had to drill. So I drill those out, and then we drill the center out, and we get the clutch pedal installed and the manual brake pedal installed. So as you see, I left the brake pedal out so that way we have more space to move this over to the side and get to it. So there's a lot of space down here. There's more space than the SC. So let's go. So all right guys, so we have the pedals installed. I'm gonna give you guys a quick look-see. That's pretty much all I'm gonna do today, just because it really never warmed up out here, for one, and two, I got like a later on in the day start, and I was already tired from like working 12 hours, 15 hours straight yesterday on pulling the manual swap out of the car, and I did like a timing job on a GS300. So like I'm kind of still burnt out today. So I just give you guys a look, see what we got going on. We got, like I said, we got the pedals installed, is proper. I really took my time with it because I wanted it to be like perfect. And I give you guys a look, see. I don't know how good you can see, but OEM clutch pedal is in. I put like a piece of rubber behind where the bolt holes sit, just so, that's just something I usually do. I just can't help it. Probably like an OCD thing, I don't know. So we do have the pedals installed. Don't mind the metal shavings that's on the floor. I'm gonna vacuum the car, clean the car once I do cut the trans tunnel and everything. But it's in, it's perfect. Pedals sit perfect. It looked like it came that way. That's how we need it to be. That's how I want it to look. It's actually perfect. So yep, perfect. Yeah guys, so that's all I'm gonna do today. I'm tired. So in the next part of the video, let's just see where we go from there. So cool. All right, what up guys? This is the next day. So we have the W55 installed. It's just sitting in there right now with the transmission jack holding up, because now we're about to cut the automatic transmission tunnel. I give you guys a look, see how we're gonna do it, because we're actually going to use the manual transmission tunnel. So pretty much the homie Walt had a manual transmission car. He actually cut the transmission tunnel out. Well, partially cut it out, so that way this can have like a more cleaner, more OEM plus look. And I'll show you guys what we got going on right now before we get the cut. So this is the cutout from OEM manual transmission tunnel. As you can see, it sits up right here in this area, and that is because right here where I marked is where the bleeder valve is on the W55 transmission. So all in all, you would have to just notch it here. Just notch it right here, so that way the transmission could come fully up without hitting the bleeder valve. Tack weld this into this location, so that way this sits up and we won't have any issue with the bleeder valve hitting it. And the way I'm going to do that is pretty much just drill one hole here, pretty much just 4 holes, and tack weld it in place and just put seam sealer around it just to seal it completely up. So let's get to cutting this thing out and install this manual transmission tunnel. We had the tunnel cut out. It's a little crooked. It's not too bad. I just used a jigsaw with a metal blade. You know, just cut. I literally just want to cut out as little bit as possible, but there you have it. That's good to go as far as with the bleeder valve sitting up. It's perfect. Transmission has a cross member underneath. I pre-drilled these holes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll take my whiteout marker, mark where the holes land on the OEM transmission tunnel, so that way I can sand the actual paint off for the transmission tunnel so the weld is stick and hold. Once it's all stuck down and held down, I'll just take the seam sealer and just put it around the edges. No heat to come through this transmission tunnel on them. So it'll be pretty much just like a manual transmission tunnel. So I'm gonna go ahead and break the welder out so that way I can tack weld this into place and give you guys a look, see how everything sets. And we can go from there. Pretty much finished. Just got to plug in this harness that I made for the Nutri safety switch and the reverse lights. I'll give you guys a look, see. I had a trans tunnel tacked into place. The seam seal I had is actually frozen because it sat in the garage over the last couple of days. It was like 20 degrees at night. I didn't even think about it to actually take the seam sealer out the garage and put it in the house. So I can't even seal the transmission tunnel up. It's tacked in place and it's there, but I'll let you guys see what's all going on. So before I actually plug all these up, so this is the Nutri safety switch. These two wires, you pretty much cut these and just splice these two together on a harness. And on this side, these two wires are the reverse light wires. It doesn't matter the orientation. You had to just wire these to the W58 or the W55 sensor on the side of the trans. I'll show you guys what that is right now. So you just wire it into here. It doesn't matter the orientation. It just has to pretty much close the loop. That's all. You guys look, see, it's a mess. It looks crazy. I had to cover the seat up so I wouldn't get it dirty. Clutch pedals bled. Nice pressure on that. And like I said, I just tacked it into place. Didn't want to tack it this far up because, you know, that's for like the airbags and all that. I didn't want to mess anything up with the weld, you know, setting stuff on fire, but it's in there. It's not going anywhere. And like with the seam sealer, if it was, you know, good to go, not frozen, I would just put the seam sealer right here around the edges and just let it sit and dry. But I don't have any seam sealer that I can actually use because it's frozen. Go ahead, plug this sensors up and fill the transmission up with gear oil and make sure everything works as far as the clutch pedal and everything. And this is the gear oil we're going to use. You only need 3 quarts in the W55 and the W58 trans. I think the AR5 takes 3 quarts too. Pretty much the same weight. So yep, let's get to it. Starts up. Sounds perfect. For it to have catless headers, it's actually quiet. It's funny. So I'll give you guys a look, see before we take it for a quick test drive. It's perfect. Yes, sir. So I'll take it for a quick test drive. Check engine light was on for the solenoids for the transmission. So hopefully this doesn't go into limp mode, but we'll see. I got paper down for my dirty boots. So I was told not to put the armrest in because he has like a brand new fresher armrest. So this is just how it's gonna sit for now, but it's all in. So let's see. So oops, I can't feel anything with these boots as far as the clutch pedal goes. Oh, where's not? You can hear the welded diff, so the diff is welded. First diff I ever welded, came out not too shabby. We have the tire chirps, so we had to give it a little extra gas. Super dope. Camera situation. Now hear me out now. If you watch your station, if you watch your channel, you already know the camera situation in every car, but the SC is not the best. The SC is okay, it's decent. Everything feels perfect, man. Feels perfect, man. All right, so we have the speedo is working, the RPMs is working, which it should. So just a modest test drive, that's all, man. Nothing too major. As far as do the reverse lights work, the reverse lights should work. In theory, I need someone to actually help me with the reverse lights as far as like putting in reverse light, the reverse light. Oh, you know what? We could probably put it in, cut the car off and just put it in reverse and the light should just light up. So let's test that theory out. I'm gonna get pulled over somewhere real quick. Right here should be fine. Key to the on position. Reverse, let's see. Let's see. It's not lit up. Okay, so this is the part of the video where I'll be real honest with you. The reverse lights are on. I was actually looking at these lights by accident. It's not good. All right, so let's finish this modest test drive out. Get back to the house. Yeah, the only light on is for the when I checked the codes on it, it was for the solenoids, for the transmission shift solenoids. Yeah, he said he's okay with the check engine light on, which, I mean, it still drives good. We are going to get it up. I'm probably trying to get it up to like 50, 60 just to make sure it doesn't have that limp mode kicking. Yes, sir. She's good to go.